It's time for a pirate's life in the Magic Kingdom. Good morning, everyone. It is Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another live broadcast from the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. It is a sunny but chilly Saturday morning here. I have a Lightning Lane reservation for Pirates of the Caribbean, as well as a few more. We'll see if maybe we can get a couple in. Mitchell, good morning to you. Thank you for rope dropping the World of Walt broadcast. Mark, hello to you. And Wesley Chappell, good to see you. Good morning to Dolores from a very cold Niagara Falls, Canada. Thank you all for being here. Jeff V, good morning to you on YouTube. Michael, hello. 61 degrees here, although to me it feels a little bit colder than that, but it's going to be up to 70, which is nice. And the sun is out. The sun tends to feel like it warms things up, so that's good. Gerald, hello to you. Robin, Susan, great to see you as always. Welcome to the Magic Kingdom. Robert from a cold Gulfport. Peggy says, Saturday can now begin. There should be a t-shirt, and I think there is. Melissa on YouTube, good morning to you. Donna, 17 degrees. I guess I should be very thankful for my 60 right now. But this 60 is a very chilly 60. Wow, Alan, minus 21 in Buffalo wind chill. That's very, very cold. All right, one of the best views there is. I'll walk right down the middle of Main Street, USA. You can see Cinderella Castle at the end. We may go poke around a little bit up there and see if we can check out any of the progress for the repainting from the current rose gold back to the classic grays and blues, which I'm looking forward to. Kimberly in Louisville, Kentucky, hello to you on YouTube. Nice to see you. Tanya, good morning, and Chili Rockford. Jay Nofi on YouTube, minus 2 in New York. Yikes, feels like temperature. We do have a Lightning Lane for Pirates of the Caribbean, so we are headed there. I was happy to get something inside. I have a couple other Lightning Lanes that could squeeze into the window of our broadcast here. We will see how it goes. Kathy, I hope your trip here in a couple weeks turns out well. Bring layers of clothes. Although if you're from the north, you'll probably be good. Scott on YouTube, good morning to you. Magic Pixie Dust as well. All right, the Main Street vehicles are out and making some noise. Very fun. Jason says, thanks for the weekly dose. You're very welcome. Keith says, my thoughts on the Muppet Special. I actually fired that up on Disney Plus this past week. A brand new Muppet Show episode. I thought it was a lot of fun, actually. I think there's a tiny bit of controversy regarding a particular joke, but generally it was fun. It looked very much like classic Muppet Show. Actually, to do my homework and prepare for watching the new episode, I watched one of the old ones. I think it was, I forget who it was. There was definitely a 70s, 80s kind of person on there, probably 80s person. Yeah, and really very, very similar layout. Gags are the same, characters are the same, but it's good every time. So if you watched the new Muppet Show that just dropped this past week, I'd love to hear your comments as well. Carol said it was great. Robert saying, how about a shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club? Oh, and Heather says, Muppets never go out of style. Very true. Okay, Robert, you win the award today of my undying appreciation. If you or anyone you know would like a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Iona says, Disney Magic is on the way. Thank you for being a member of the club. Rivian says, daughter might not be freezing there today for a change. Cool, not freezing, but it has been. Gail, good morning to you, Long Island. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Brian says it's free air conditioning day. You know, there's looking on the bright side. If we could just kind of bring some of this into August and mix it together, I guess that'd be San Diego. Julie, good morning. Shane, hello to you in Bermuda. Nice to see you. Elmer on YouTube. Elmer's everywhere. The flowers are looking pretty good along the partner statue here. I wonder if the nice folks at the horticulture department were out making some magic happen. All right, from this vantage point, I cannot necessarily see any active signs of the painting project, but I have seen some pictures on the interwebs about the moat perhaps being drained. So let's walk around a little bit. Jake on YouTube, hello. Sandy, chilly and windy in Illinois. John says, is the crowd level low? You know, it's taking me longer than I had anticipated to get in here, but I can't say that anything was a significant wait. I didn't have to wait long at the parking entrance, didn't have to wait too long at the monorail, although there were a lot of people coming in, a lot of school groups. Sue asked, how long will the moat be empty? I don't know exactly how long this repainting project's going to take. I would think at least a couple months. And I do believe that the moat is partially drained. The part up by the castle is getting drained, but elsewhere still has water, I think. Let's see if we can find out. Janice coming here on Tuesday. Have a great trip. Bada bing, hello to you in New Jersey. Love the name. So we can see here, as we look towards Cinderella Castle, that the moat in this section is down quite a bit. As we get ready to move in some equipment to be able to do the painting. Heather checking in the Dolphin in 8 days. Very nice. Ted, good morning to you. Hello, Beverly in Middletown, Delaware. Says looks warm. I think probably compared to Delaware, we're warm. Not necessarily warm for those of us in Florida. If we look over on this side of the moat, we can see where the temporary dam is located so that they can drain out the part by the castle, but leave the part that is over by Adventureland. So very interesting. Looks like the birds are kind of having a field day with this. We'll probably have easy access to breakfast this way. Kind of nice for them. Sandy, 0 degrees in Rochester, New York. Marlene, hello. Ted, thank you so much for sharing the broadcast. Truly appreciate that. Keith says, love seeing the greenery. Where he lives, it's mostly whitery. It is nice to see the green. And the sky here today looks just about picture perfect. Very clear, very blue. Paula, hello to you on YouTube. Marlene says, how about a wonderful shirt plug? Marla, why not? If you want a shirt, go over to worldofwildstore.com. Plenty of designs. Haven't really been focusing on any new ones recently. Kind of have other irons in the fire, so to speak, but plenty of fun previous designs out there to check out. John, thanks for putting the link to the World of Wild store. Brian said a picture perfect day. It's a very nice day. You can see the construction walls here up around the former Rivers of America, which is no longer a river, but will soon become Piston Peak. The work carries on. Stacy, hello to you in Michigan. Nice to see you. Steve, happy Saturday to you from South Oregon. Thank you for spending some of your very early Saturday morning with us here. Great to see you. Always fun to hear where everybody is from, what your temperatures are like. Looks like Big Al is out saying hello to some folks. Looks like maybe a couple other bears as well. You know, if I were going to be a bear in the Magic Kingdom, a day like today would be a good day for that. Sarah in Nebraska, hello to you. Ashley said so many changes. Yes, Disney is investing huge amounts of money in the resort here. We have Piston Peak coming, and at some point Villains Land. Got the new Monsters Inc. over at Hollywood Studios. Got the Tropical Americas over at Animal Kingdom. So definitely a lot happening. So the big news this past week is the succession of the Disney CEO is finally settled. And Josh D'Amaro, former, I guess maybe current temporarily, chairman of or leader over Parks and Experiences, is going to become the CEO. And Dana Walden will become the president on the creative side. I have heard talk that a lot of the parks projects were hurried up so they could get so far along so that they're not going to get derailed with a change in leadership. And the fact that D'Amaro himself oversaw so many of these projects makes me think that whoever takes over his Parks and Experiences role is not necessarily going to overrule the things that he did, especially since he's still around, which is good news. I think the odds of significant upheaval in the timelines and the plans for everything that's going here in the parks probably pretty low, which is good. Maria says, love to strolls. Thank you so much, Maria. Appreciate your being here. Someone, sorry I missed the name, was talking about Josh. John on YouTube asks, what's happening to the Liberty Bell? I do not know. I have seen Eye in the Sky Bioconstruct photos of that boat docked, but we don't really know where it's going to go, if it's going to survive. I sure hope it does in some form or another. Mary, hello to you in Ireland. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Top of the afternoon to you, if I can say such a thing. Tracy said, excited for Disney's future. Victoria in Pennsylvania, nice to see you. All right, our destination straight ahead, Pirates of the Caribbean. He says, where are all the people? Crowded. We're crowded right here. HR says, turn the Liberty Bell into a restaurant. I think it'd be an interesting idea. It'll be fun to see what they plan to do. Janice says, how about the Tiki Bird sometime? We could definitely do that. It's a fun thing to do. Kate, thanks for joining along virtually. Wow, Pirates of the Caribbean, 5-minute wait. It's not too bad. Looks like my $30 investment in Lightning Lane was not such a wise one right now. But one never knows. You just never know. Christine said, is the Pirates Bar open? I don't think it's operating quite yet, but it is open, generally speaking. Looks like some people are sort of milling around the entrance over there. It's a lot of fun if you ever have a chance to get into the Beacon Barrel. The lounge and bar connected to the the exit of Pirates of the Caribbean. Highly recommend it. The engineers really knocked it out of the park. Beautiful, beautiful work there. Casey on YouTube, hello to you. Sorry I missed the message. I think it might be your birthday though. And if so, I wish you a very happy birthday. It is definitely dark here in the dungeons of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Daniel says, favorite construction change at Disney currently? That's an interesting question. Wow, that's a hard one. I think I'm especially interested to see how the dinosaur attraction at Disney's Animal Kingdom is going to change into the Indiana Jones attraction. Dinosaur here, I know everything is somebody's favorite, but was not necessarily a highlight for me just because of it's very dark. You don't see a lot. It's very loud. But I've been on the Indiana Jones attraction at Disneyland, which is basically the same ride system and track layout. And that attraction is amazing. So it's interesting how you can be in the same vehicle, same layout, very, very different experiences. So I have high hopes for that. And it's also great that, you know, the facilities, the infrastructure is all there. So I am very much looking forward to the opening of the new Indiana Jones attraction. But you know, Cars Land or Piston Peak here at Magic Kingdom is going to be very, very fun to see. And I think the Monsters roller coaster over at Hollywood Studios is going to be amazing. So it's like picking your favorite child. I don't think I can pick one, but very excited about all of them. But I think the one especially curious to me is going to be Indiana Jones. Bernadette, favorite ride, Pirates of the Caribbean? Brooke, hello to you in Maine. Sue says, agree, love that ride at Disneyland. Tracy's voting for Cars and Monsters. Ashley, Monsters as well. Heather said, saw some concept art for Tropical Americas. More excited. Interesting that Joel Rohde, former lead of Disney Imagineering and sometimes consultant these days, has mentioned that he and his team, back when he was part of the company, had worked for years to try to get the Tropical Americas expansion. And he's very excited that that's finally happening. He said that the teams, which I'm sure he's still very personally connected with, are doing a great job, and I believe it. So Joe Rohde's fingerprints are all over Animal Kingdom, sort of the main leader from a creative perspective. So I think that bodes well. Sam is freezing in New Jersey with nasty wind chills. Phyllis, door coaster sounds fun. Somebody from Holland, and if I try to say your name, I think I'm going to butcher it, so I apologize, but thank you so much for being here. Always fun to share some Disney excitement with people from all over the world, literally. So that just does my heart good, thank you. Ori from North Dakota. HR says, ride Indiana Jones at Disneyland. Pretty good. Looking forward to Monsters. So it looks like Monsters might be getting a little bit of a leg up. Lori's asking about the temperatures. Right now, 61 here in Central Florida, although it feels a little cooler than that to me. It's supposed to get up to about 70. I will welcome the defrost. It's very interesting being here and seeing frost on the rooftops when you get up in the morning. Hello, Susan. Jan from Swanton, Ohio. Emily says Pirates is a favorite. Beth from snowy Rhode Island. Rudy's looking forward to Cars Land. I can tell a lot of people are singing their yo-hos. It's a pirate's life for us. Kimberly says, love hearing the pirate music in the background. Thanks for being here on YouTube. So far, I think the technology that allows me, or really the app that allows me to broadcast on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time, generally working pretty well. So thanks to everybody who tunes in on both platforms. Appreciate that. Greg, back to you. John says, when is the World of Walt meetup going to happen? I don't know, that's a good question. Maybe someone can let me know if you have specifics on how we could do that. Maybe even a volunteer to help coordinate it. I would be up for it. I do always enjoy saying hello to people when they take a moment out of their vacation, say hi to me. Okay. Janet, hello to you. Hope you can get back soon as well. We may have a front row seat here. We'll see. Iona says, where is Vicky, the Georgia Peach? I don't know, Vicky. I hope you're out there.
For your safety, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the robot. And watch
Thank you.
children.
Row 2.
Prepare to make sail.
Ayrton Excel. Remain seated, no dancing in the vehicle. Peggy says if there's a good lead time, she could take the Brightline. Very fun. Been on the Brightline train a couple times. Really great experience. Barbie, Donna, I agree. Great to be in the front row. No flash pictures. All right, once we get going here in a second, I will be quiet so that you and everyone around me can hear what's going on. Bonnie says, loves the ride. Sharon, happy for row one. Keith says, I got the VIP treatment by the luck of the draw. And here we go. Enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean.
Be this vessel seaworthy, or be it worthy of Davy Jones?
Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum, and bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be sending you to Davy Jones.
Strike your feathers, dearie. Show up your flock.
Hey, send them hints of Davy Jones. It's the rum they want. Bring up me
What be I offered? By thunder, that scoundrel Captain Jack Sparrow will never lay eyes on it, nor this here key either. Quiet. Fool him, I did, by God. Sir Joy wants Captain Jack Sparrow. You'll never find the treasure. Look at this here.
John says, is it a faux pas to dress as one of the pirates who don't do anything from Veggie Tales on a Disney cruise? It's your cruise. I think you can do as you wish. And as long as it's pirate themed, I think it's kind of completely appropriate. I made it. Yeah, the internet was a little more finicky than I remember in the past, but hopefully it wasn't too terrible.
You can tell what days is why and tomorrow's why.
Sue says, great ride. Belkus, great ride. Thank you so much.
The fates have spoken and guided you well. Till we meet again.
Now it's time to check out all the pirate merchandise. I really need to invest in this shirt. I think it's great. The beatings will continue until morale improves. How many of us have workplaces that are like that? Very fun. Paula, Jamie, you're welcome. Carol says loves it. Rudy says enjoys it very much. John says start with pirates. Next step, Dole Whip. Not a bad idea. It's like a bag kind of thing. Very fun. Oh, check out this jacket. This jacket looks like super fancy. Mitchell says, how about the beak and barrel? I need to plan ahead like several months for that, I think. Well, this is a fun hat. Dead men tell no tales. Eugene from Cincinnati, hello to you. Alan said, a gift shop. Who knew? It is kind of shocking. High Seas Locksmith. Keys are our specialty. Somebody needs to take that and make a real business out of it. Very fun. Well, I didn't really know there was a Pirates of the Caribbean PC logo. Maybe they just made it up for the merch, but that's kind of cool. I still have a photo when there were play rifles in this location. They have swords, but no more rifles here. Wow, this hat looks super authentic. $40, not bad, not bad. I was gonna expect a little more actually. Claudia, hello to you. I saw Vicky the Georgia Peach showed up on YouTube. Vicky, thank you. All right, I think I can get another attraction in, even though I kind of started late, so maybe I'll run a little late. But I do have a lightning lane next for the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Not exactly the most unique attraction here, but hey, a spinner's fun, so let's do it. I made my investment, let's make it pay off. Jackie says, loves the gift shops. Melissa says, how about a shameless plug? Melissa, thank you for prompting it. You win the award of my undying appreciation. If you, or anyone you know, would like a little Disney fun delivered to your home, how often? Every single month. Check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Susan's ready to do some spinning with Aladdin. Ooh, the sun is kind of bright out here. Buster said, how about Tiana's Bayou? When I checked this morning, getting a lightning lane for that was not too difficult. But even the small possibility of getting wet on a day like today is a no for me. Andrea says, looks warm with beautiful blue skies. The skies are picture perfect right now. And it is a little warmer, at least especially compared to this past week here in Central Florida, where we had 30s and even 20s, had frost. Yeah, winter has arrived for us. And I'm ready for it to go back to wherever it came from. Not that I want to wish it on anyone else, but still.
Yes.
Going to be coming for a short visit in 24 days. Hope you have a great time.
Oh, so it's not far.
All right. Lightning Lane, here we come. Hello. Thank you. Hello. Okay. Nice view of the Enchanted Tiki Room here. Sharon says burr, but a little refreshing. I know what you mean. Linda says escaping the Chicagoland weather where I suspect you're more than just a couple degrees colder. Belkis, 10 days to go. Good for you. Hope you have a great visit. Terry, Dole Whip, I wish I could fax one to you. Thank you. Oh, nice view of the ceiling there. Steven says, have I done any tours of the Disney hotels? I have in the past, especially around Christmas time. Sometimes in the past, maybe not this past year, but I would start off at the Polynesian, walk over to the Grand Floridian, check out all the Christmas trees, and end up in the Magic Kingdom. That's a lot of fun. Typically my go-to is to come here to the parks, but sometimes I do go to other locations like Disney Springs. If I happen to be on vacation, I will share with you the kickoff show on the Disney Cruise Line, the Sail Away Party, but that's later in the day. But that unfortunately is maybe once a year, every other year. Although I am planning to go on the Disney Treasure this coming September. Very excited about that. Gerald, 2 weeks to go for Epcot. Good for you. Nancy, 13 in Michigan. Yikes, that's cold. Oh yeah, Robert said the Grand Floridian Easter eggs. I guess we're actually coming up on that in April. I think Easter's in April. And I actually was at the Grand Floridian last weekend. And yeah, got to check it out. See for the first time myself the Birdcage Bar, which was closed by the time I was there. But the lobby looks good. Not terribly different than what it was, maybe a little bit more streamlined, I would say, but it still fits in with the Victorian feel.
To make sure your magic carpet ride is a safe one, I want to remind you to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened nice and tight throughout.
Marcia says, a big fan of the Tiki Room.
Make sure you keep your hands, arms, feet,
So
and
looks
legs
like
inside, and be sure to watch
got
your
one
kids.
more spin of the carpets before we get our chance.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado con el cinturón de seguridad ajustado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro de los bordes de la alfombra. Cuide a sus pequeñitos.
Now, if you want to make your carpet fly higher or lower, riders in the front row should push up or pull down on the lever. To make the carpet sit forward or back, riders in the back row should press that magic scatter. Everyone ready? Then let's fly to Agrabah!
Susan says it is spin time. I guess I never realized before that there is a carpet that is set up for someone in a wheelchair. It looks like they're getting that young lady loaded in, which is very, very cool. Bar Bang on YouTube. Sorry, I missed the comment. Bernadette says, is there a spinning camel nearby? Yeah, actually you can see it at the far side of this shot. That kind of green I don't know, cloth over it. And he does still spit. I didn't notice if he was spitting today, but usually he's a pretty consistent spitter. All right, one.
One, number 3, please. Number 3. How many in your party?
Number 3. Bernadette says his sister says there's a camel that spits at you. Yes, for sure. So if you look kind of in the center of the shot, right between the 2 palm trees, or maybe 3 palm trees, that is a spitting camel right there.
Hi
It's
everybody,
kind
it's
of
Aladdin.
the backside
My
of the
friend
camel, like the
Gene is a
backside of water.
real safety nut, and he wanted me to remind you to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened nice and tight throughout your flight.
Where he says, snagged
And
reservation for the
everybody,
Beacon
make
Barrel
sure you
for
keep
March.
your
Good
hands,
for you.
arms,
Congratulations.
feet, and legs
You
inside,
have to let me know,
and
is
be
it
sure to
still
watch your
super
kids.
hard to get that,
Or
or
as Jeannie likes to say,
was it not so hard?
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado con el cinturón de
Bruce says, being
seguridad
disabled in a
ajustado y
wheelchair, it's a
mantenga
nice
sus
touch.
manos,
I agree. I
brazos,
think Disney
pies
does
y
a great
piernas
job of
dentro
making
de
the
los
parks
bordes de la
accessible.
alfombra. Cuide a sus
So I'm
pequeñitos.
really happy to see it myself.
now, if you're running a little low on magic wishes and you want to make your magic carpet fly higher or lower, riders in the front row should push up or pull down on the lever. And to make the carpet tip forward or back, riders in
said
the
it might
back
be
row
too
should
cold
press
to
that
spit.
magic scarab. And with a little help from the magic lamp, we're off to Agrabah.
Elmer, thanks for being a good friend. All right, the carpets are off. The carpet's out of service. Where he said, not so hard, plenty of opening this month. Oh, good to know. I'm gonna have to try to get in there again myself. He says Disney tries to include everyone as much as possible. I agree. Buster says, real trivia fact, an actual camel can spit up to 15 feet. My goodness, I didn't know that. Guess I'm gonna have to stay 20 feet back if I ever come across a camel. He says, where is Robin Williams? We need him.
Hey, Magic Carpet Riders,
Everybody
it's
was
time
up.
to fly home.
Now everybody comes
Stay seated
down.
until your magic carpet comes to a complete stop, then walk to the nearest exit. Come ride with us again.
It's like people were in for a bumpy landing. The age-old question, can we do it again?
Good job, Ava.
Sue, hello to you. Why we shall. All right, let's see if I can find carpet number 3. I think it's right here.
Oh, you guys will come right there. You guys will go to that carpet number you were assigned. Just all bags off and at your feet. Left of you,
All right, need to securely buckle up. Flying is good. Flying out, not good. I just buckled my headphone wire into the
Hey, Magic
seatbelt.
Carpet
That's not
Riders,
good.
This is Aladdin. To make sure your magic carpet ride is a safe one, I want to remind you to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened nice and tight throughout your flight. And hey, everybody, make sure you keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside, and be sure to watch your kids. Or as Jeannie likes to say,
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado con el cinturón de seguridad ajustado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro de los bordes de la alfombra. Cuide a sus pequeñitos.
Now, if you want to make your carpet fly higher or lower, riders in the front row should push up or pull down on the lever. And to make the carpet tip forward or back, riders in the back row should press that magic scarab. Everyone ready? Then let's fly to Agrabah!
Looks like there's some assembly required up there for the wheelchair accessible carpet. Tanya, we are getting ready to fly. Robert says no bumping the cars. Yeah, that would be bad. If that happens, please call an ambulance for me. I think we're good though. Carol, woohoo! Heather says a cute ride, but always short. This is kind of a short ride. I think you spend a lot more time loading and unloading than you actually spend up in the air. Sue said, ooh, a scarab. It's not too often that you get to navigate using a scarab. So, in fact, this is about the only place I can ever think of using the word scarab.
Hi everybody, it's Aladdin.
All right,
My
here
friend
we go.
Genie is a real safety nut, and he wanted me to remind you to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened nice and tight throughout your flight. And hey everybody, make sure you keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside, and be sure to watch your kids. Or as Genie likes to say,
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado con el cinturón de seguridad ajustado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro de los bordes de la alfombra. Cuide a sus pequeñitos.
now, if you're running a little low on magic wishes and you want to make your magic carpet fly higher or lower, riders in the front row should push up or pull down on the lever. And to make the carpet tip forward or back, riders in the back row should press that magic scarab. And with a little help from the magic lamp, we're off to Agrabah.
We're off. We're up here pretty high. Taking a dive.
Until your magic carpet comes to a complete stop, then walk to the nearest exit. Come ride with us again.
Wow, it's like we landed at exactly the same spot. And we made it.
Have a great day, guys.
It was very fun. Robert said he could spy the Dole Whip line. It was not that long. You know, if we had a few degrees more, I might stop. But thank you. So let's, since it was a topic of conversation, let's go over here and see the spitting camel. I was looking for water on the sidewalks in front, and I did not see any. So I think the camel might be in winter mode right now and not spitting. But let's see. Oh. My image at the Tilton. See if I can get that fixed up. I don't know what's going on here. All right, so this is the spitting camel right here. And I don't see any spitting going on. I don't see any water from the spit. So I think he's in winter mode right now. Terry said thanks for the rides. Michelle said he froze last weekend, very possibly so. All right, let's take a little stroll back up towards the front of the park before we wrap up today. Always fun just to walk around, see what's going on. Not so long ago, I did the tour of the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. It was fun. Yeah, Susan said the camel's relaxing. He deserves a break too. Spitting's hard work, so I hear. Alan says too cold to spit. I agree. Too cold for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Too cold for camel spit. Not too cold for scarabs, though. Actually, I'm going to have to use that word. I can never remember a time in my life when I have utilized the word scarab, so I'm going to try to bring it out more when I'm here in Adventureland, just because it's a good word. Look, the wait time is 0. Cannot believe it. Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse takes up a decent chunk of real estate. Just saying. I'm sure there are some maps somewhere with possibilities. Claudia says, a lot of people, even with the weather. Yeah, I always think that even it's relatively cold here, it's a lot warmer than it is elsewhere. Saw a guy with a couple Starbucks. Got to imagine they're doing a booming business. Actually, they always do a booming business. I have never seen the Starbucks on Main Street, USA not packed. Catherine said, made it just in time to see the end. Thanks for being here. You can always check out the replay, both on YouTube and at least for 30 days on Facebook. Looks like the Dapper Dans are touring Main Street. Christine said Nate or Saturday. Thank you so much. Appreciate your being here. Next week, I don't think I have made my park pass reservation for next week quite yet. I'll have to check what's going on. I do need to make it back over to Disney Springs one of these times and mix it up a little bit. Jackie, thank you for being here. Dapper Dans are so talented. Marianne said, thanks for the fun. You're welcome. Linda's a big Dapper Dan fan. Me too. We talked about t-shirts before. If you head over to worldofwaltstore.com, there is a Main Street USA and Dapper Dan inspired shirt. One I have personally and enjoy wearing. So if you are a Magic Kingdom Dapper Dan fan, check it out. Ted says, any rumor of ending the necessity to do park pass reservations? I have not heard that. I suspect that Disney loves that idea because it gives them much more a sense on how they need to staff and probably helps them to save some money and be more efficient. So I would not be surprised if that sticks around. And it kind of seemed like they found a middle ground where some people can, you know, just come in when they want, but like locals who are pass holders, they need to make their reservations. So if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I would think that's going to stick around for a while. Alan has the up t-shirt. Thank you, Alan. That's a good one, too. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here today at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. We had a chance to walk right down the middle of Main Street, USA, hang a left, check out the moat because, it's a good thing to do. Made our way over to Pirates of the Caribbean, where the internet in the Caribbean, I know, is not so great, but hopefully you got a sense and a little bit of a sniff of pirate water. And then we got to navigate using a scarab at the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Well, actually, the scarab was in the back seat, but still, we'll say that anyway. Thank you so much for being here, whether you're here on Facebook Live or on YouTube Live. Appreciate your being here. Always fun to comment, hear your comments, read your comments, hear about the weather, talk about the news of the day. Big news this week, Disney's announcement of Bob Iger's replacement, the new CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Josh D'Amaro. So I wish you all a wonderful weekend and a great week ahead. Until next time, God bless.